Hey, who joined? No. Hands are all wet. KPA aquariums. Dude, you gotta get a python way easier. Well, I would have one. I would have one like I would have bought one years ago, but you want to? I'll show you. I'll show you why. I can't just hook a python onto my sinks. All my sinks are every sink in my house is different. The attachments, there's no attachment to put on my sink for the python. And plus I like doing the bucket way. My bathroom is literally 2 feet away, so it doesn't even bother me to do a bucket way, but I'll show you. Hey KPI, you tell me how I can hook up a python to that. I'm just saying. I don't know any attachments that have that type of sink. Our sink is like a waterfall sink, so there's no attachment for that. And all my sinks are like that in my house. There's no old fashioned. There's no old fashioned like turn the Obviously you guys if you use a Python you know what I'm talking about. You just twist the bottom off and hook it up. Trust me, I would be using a Python by now. I would have had it years ago, but I mean I'm perfectly fine with the bucket way. Hey, it gets you some strength build up and well okay that makes no sense, but plus bathroom's just right there. It doesn't even bother me to do a bucket way. Plus, I only change out 10 gallons out of the 40, which is about like 35% water change, 40% with the evaporation. So, I just have the light. That's why it's like looking gray. When you have the light like going towards the side of the tank, it makes. That's weird. Is the tank cloudy or is it just the glare? Part of it is the glare. Obviously having this, like I just said, the light beaming in, but this camera, if you watch all my videos, my tank looks so cloudy in all my videos, almost all of them, because the camera, that's just what the camera does. Like one day my tank was, it was like the clearest water I've ever seen in my life, and it would still show up cloudy on camera. It's just my camera. I just don't have my phone don't have, it doesn't have, my camera on my phone's not very good, so until I get an actual camera. I'm thinking about the G7 on Canon. It's about 600-700 or who knows what it costs, somewhere around there. When I get that camera, everything should be picture perfect, and you guys will really see how clear this tank is in person. But the camera shows it up like that. I hate it. I mean, like right now it looks gray. It's not even gray in person. It looks perfectly clear right now, the way I'm looking at it. But and you just have to work at what you got. You know, I'm lucky to like have the YouTube channel I have with like I mean, my camera's only 5 megapixels, so I mean it's just I'll eventually get after I get a camera I'll start really making have some better quality videos. Right now it's just buying a camera like that isn't, on my budget right now. I'd rather spend that type of money on improving my aquarium than doing what I'm doing now, so. Hey Dion, you finally made it. Probably won't be on yet. I probably won't be on for much long. I just, I already did all the hard. Last time I legit like took all the water, gravel vac on camera, and that failed. Obviously, if you saw the aquarium disasters video. This whole thing fell apart. It killed like 4 fish. It's why I don't go live during water changes. I just screw up. I banged my head. I put a hole in my head. So I just did the water change, and basically all I'm doing now is just filling up the tank on camera. I don't think you can screw up that. So it's cool. I'm going hopping, try to get ready for work. All right, Dion. But if we put the light back on for a second. Oh, and I bought a bunch of stuff off of Amazon. I'll tell you guys in a second. It'll probably look even more cloudy now. Oh, it looks like, it looks a little better. It still has that gray glare. I mean, it's what it is. It's this what the camera does. You can't really stop it. Right now it looks perfectly blue and clear, but it's it's like I said, it's whatever. I don't think that's. Yep, water hangs when home too. I don't think that's even the brightest. Yeah. My light gets extremely bright. I only keep it on the brightest now just for these plants. I actually moved my plants. I put this one right here and moved this one up. And then my S-Repens, I moved. There's one right here. I didn't want it too close to the Nubius. I didn't want it blocking its sunlight. So I just moved it over here with this one. So now we should have a cool carpet in the front. Well, that's if it actually grows. But when I pulled up this one, you can kind of see right here. There is so much roots in this plant. This plant has grown so much. I was actually surprised. There's a new leaf growing. You can see a yellow one right there. It's slowly coming in. This one, its roots are finally just starting to come in. It was acting a little weird when I got it, so. But, you know, the light. It's kind of hard to show on camera. You kind of just have to do something like that. But, basically now I just have in my filters sponge. Well, this one is sponge, Purigen, Biomax, and then 2 things of filter floss. And then this one I got sponge. What the heck did I have? Oh, ChemiPure, Biomax, and then filter floss again. But yeah, it's about to get changed though. On Amazon, I got some Matrix, Seachem Matrix. I realized that my biological section that I have here is not enough. So basically, this one right here is gonna become all biological, and I'm basically not gonna ever like clean it. I mean, I will, but like maybe the outside filter, but I won't ever clean the media. I'll basically let this filter get dirty, but then always clean this one. So basically, I always have like a super cycled, because what I'm doing is I clean the biological, like the Biomax and stuff. I clean that stuff so much that it just kills off the bacteria, and sometimes that's what makes your tank look a little cloudy and kind of have a milky haze to it, because I'm losing that bacteria. So every time it's like my tank just has to recycle. So it kind of sucks. So now I'm actually gonna get Biomax. I'm gonna take 2 bags of Biomax that I have, put it in 1 bag. I just bought some new zipper. I'll show you guys. I'll make a video on it. But I bought some really nice zipper ones, and then basically a whole filter will be filled up with biological filtration. Then the bottom will have like just a big bag of ChemiPure basically. Then this one will be basically, it'll take both these sponges and then Pinky filter and then Purigen, and that's basically about it. Just Pinky filter, sponge, and Purigen. And then there's not enough room to put the ChemiPure in here, so I'll just put it in here with the biological and then fill the whole thing up. So, I mean, sounds like a good plan. But I'll just put you guys back down so it's stable. I'm sure it's lagging for some of you. It's just what it is. But yeah, I didn't really like plants, but you know, it's come together. You know, this thing, I mean, the plants are really coming in. It's starting to look really good. I mean, eventually I'll do like a heavily planted tank with my Fluval Flex I'm getting. Either the 15, I want the 15, but if I don't, I'll just get the 9. But shout out to my sponsor, Pinkyfill. You're actually a sponsor of them? Well, tell them to sponsor some and send them to me. No, I just bought like a 20-foot roll of it, so I'm gonna be good for years on Pinky Filter. And that's if I like change it out every day, but I should be good for a long time. I think I just bought like a huge thing. It was like 20 foot by 24. So I got a lot. I'll show you guys when I unbox it. But it's gonna last me a long time. The white filter floss I have, it ain't bad. It does its job, but you know, Pinky Filter, you know, it's better. We're working on the marine grade floss right now, JJ. Is that just for marine tanks, or is it just called that? I never heard of just a saltwater only filter floss unless it's for everything. And is that by Pinky Filter too, or is it a different company? I might have to check that out. You gotta love some Pinky Filter. I mean, not Pinky Filter. You got to love some filter floss. I'll put this like that. I have to refill this bucket in a second. What are you guys saying? Triple floss by Pinky Floss. That sounds pretty legit. Yeah, well, did you say if it was... Oh, wait, you're working... They're working on it, so they're not out yet. But when it comes out, definitely tell me. I might have to buy some of that. Higher lows for bigger fish. Yeah, that's about what everybody needs. Everybody's about the big fish these days. Cichlids, Oscars, peacocks. Just what it is. I'm not gonna lie, one day I'll have probably a 300 or 400 gallon, maybe 500, it just depends. But I want to get a couple of spotted gars. They only get about 3 feet at most. They usually don't even get that big in aquariums, so they're nice. They're a nice predator fish to have. But maybe a couple of stingrays too. Who knows? I feel like I'll be Joey one day. Just have like all the fish he has, but he has arowana. He has arowanas and stingrays. I don't really like arowanas. They're cool when they're tiny, but when they're big, I'm not a big fan of them. I like gars when they're big and tiny. My local fish store sells alligator gars all the time, like really baby ones, like 3-4 inches. It's so tempting because like they're so cheap, but obviously they get so big. I couldn't keep one right now. It's kind of impossible at this point. This tank's only 40 gallons. Most people are scared of arowanas. I can see why. It's especially of Joey's wife. What do you say that one time it just jumped out when she was working out? Oh god, I'd be scared of that thing too. Especially like arowanas and gars and alligator gars and stuff like that. They can break right through your hoods, especially glass. I mean, they have no problem shattering right through those. I'm a bit scared of my 12-inch blacktail. I'm like, yeah, I'm not really scared of blacktails, but I can see why. I mean, you know, I have the bristle nose, so he's nice and cool. His name is Big Sexy, but you know he only get 5 inches. He's like 3.5 right now. He's 2 years old, maybe more. I don't know how old he was when I got him, but he's been in this tank for 2 years. And the wild air on it eat baby birds from trees. Yeah, and lizards. Like, say if they're hanging from trees or something. Like, say there'll be a lizard hanging from a tree, and the arowana just scoop up and jump up and get them off trees and stuff. And birds too, obviously. Anything that's in trees, they'll jump up and get it. Arowanas are they're a special fish. Monkeys too. Hey, I've never seen an arowana eat a monkey, but they would probably eat anything that could fit in their mouths. It's just like snakes, just them unlocking their jaws. Ooh. It could swallow a human whole. I think it could swallow anything. I'm gonna go fill up this. Oh, baby monkey. Yeah, it would definitely fit a baby monkey in its mouth. I'm gonna look that up on YouTube now. I'm sure they have a video of it. Probably be kind of depressing, but I'm gonna start filling up this bucket real quick, so don't leave, guys. It'll only take a couple seconds. Okay. While that's filling up. Brother, you a submersible pump with the hose duties watching. Do you mean like hook up a pump and then let the pump drain the tank faster with the hose? Cause I've actually done that many times. But when I'm doing simple water change and gravel cleaning, I just don't like to do that. But if I'm like rescaping, or well, I'm not gonna ever rescape again, but like sometimes when I need to get water just out quick, I have a pump that I hook up, and window's right here, so that's kind of convenient. I just dump it right out this window. I do it all the time. It's just I just don't do it when I'm doing like my gravel cleans and stuff. I'll get my lid. I'm gonna go get this water real quick. This water's so heavy. It's kind of a workout. That bucket weighs about 60 pounds full. There you go. I wouldn't leave your light on during the day if your tank is by a window. Well, here's the thing, like, this window is never actually open, and the light, it isn't shining. Yeah, I'll show you. If I can find my remote. If you turn it off, I mean, it's summer out here, and look, that tank is pitch dark. The light, it points more this way if it is open. That's why I put that tank right there. It used to be over here, and I moved it just because the light was shining this way. But that's how. But this should be shut. Well, it'll be shut in a second, so it's never really affected. It's never open. But the way my windows are they're a little bit more fancier windows, so you can actually take the screen part's actually inside the house, so you can actually just flip those up, and it's the crank, and see, and then you can open up to the inside. Pretty warm out there, so but light is good enough during night. Leave it lights. Wait, what? Let's see. Well, like, I only leave this light on for 8 hours. I turn it on at noon, which is 12 o'clock. And when school starts, I turn on around 2 o'clock. So it's different. But, so when school starts, this light's only on for 6 hours. And then during the summer, it's on for 8 to 9 hours. And it's usually 8, though. And I turn off at 8 o'clock. So, exactly 8 hours. So that's my time schedule. But school, I don't get off until... I need to get a timer, but the dumb plugs, the dresser's in the way, and I can't plug stuff in it, and it's that triple. See, I got a timer, I'll show you. I just can't get to my plugs, so I just have to but I have this timer. It's a pretty beefy one, but see, it has that triple, and I can't get back to my outlets back there. I just have a bunch of stitching cords under my tank, so to plug everything in, so it's hard to get that timer hooked up. Obviously, it's impossible to move this tank, so it's just whatever. I guess I'll show you guys real quick. But fill with water. I have a bigger bottle of Prime. I keep a big bottle, but I always dump like some of it in this tiny bottle. Well, I just fill this bottle up, and then every time it gets empty, I just fill it back up, because it has the drop thing, and it's much easier, because obviously I'm just treating 10 gallons, so basically it takes 10 drops. What does it take on? Two. Yeah, so 2 drops per 1 gallon, so it's only gonna, so it only takes like 20 drops, but I usually don't put much. There you go. 1, 2, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I'm never exact, but I always end up putting way extra anyway, so I just kind of like I just kind of kick the bucket, just kind of mix it a little bit. It's gonna mix once it gets in the tank, though. Good way to save product. Yeah, cause like, here, let me get the bigger bottle. Cause the regular thing of Prime, this is the 100 milliliter bottle. This whole, like, it tells you, one capful is 50 gallons. Well, I don't think this bucket is 50 gallons. And even half is 25. So it's like, it's kind of impossible to really get exact with this. At least if I can dump some of it in the drop, the little tiny bottle with the drops, it's easier just to do little drops and do 20 drops instead of trying to put a little pinch of this in there. So it really, it makes this Prime last longer. Usually one bottle of Prime will last me, it'll last me all year. I mean, it should. I forget how long my last one lasted. I think it lasted like 10 months. I don't know. I need to ask you guys something. Grab some powder safe and some rain salt for slime coat. For the fish, actually I do have some. It's not what you're talking about, but I actually have a couple things. But one of the things I have is it's not what you're talking about, but it puts a slime coat on the fish. But I usually put this in every so often. I think you asked, what did you say, what fish I have? I have, well, some of my neons have been dying from age. So, how many do I have in there now? I should have 12 neon tetras, maybe 14. 14 neon tetras. One, 6 panda corridors, 2 glow tetras, 6 cherry barbs, 1 bristlenose plecto, 2 black neons, and 1 male beta. So it sounds overstocked, but it really isn't. I mean, I almost like I don't like to keep a lot of fish, because I like to keep my water as clean as possible. But healthy produce their own slime coat. Adding minerals is great for the fish's health. Yeah, all my fish are healthy. The only problem I had is the black neons did have white spots like a week ago, but I treated them. They're perfectly fine now, but they're very sensitive fish, so. What am I feeding? I feed a lot of stuff, I'm not gonna lie. So first I have frozen brine shrimp. Yeah, frozen brine shrimp in the freezer, which I'm not gonna show because it's in the freezer, but I got bloodworms, mysis shrimp, my main food, New Life Sped Shrimp Community, which I'm switching to Norfin. It's just I have to use this entire bottle first, which obviously I bought this 1 year ago. And this is the dent I put in it. And I feed this stuff about every couple days. It's still full after a year, so I don't think this stuff, I think I'm going to use it until it expires. And then I'll finally buy Norfin community food. But and then for the corridors, well, and plectos, the sinking whoppers. And that's it, we're right here. And then I got some other food that I don't really use, but I have more food. It's other like algae wafers and stuff that I don't really use very often. So yeah, watch the expiry. Yeah, I always check. I just checked them like not too long ago. Everything has about 3 years left on it. The New Life Spectrum has about 2 years left, so that's the closest thing to expiring. But I got a question. See, I got the box for my light right here. Now people always say like I told somebody, they're like, oh, they have this really good light, and they said it's like 13K or 10K, and well, people think I'm insane when I say my light's 25K. I just don't know what that means. Like they say it's brighter, but it says my light go 3,000 to 25,000. People think I lie when I say that, but and then I show them the box. I just don't know what that means, to be honest. I just know that it can grow plants. and that is a good light. And it has like a million different controls, but I've had it for about 5 months. I just don't really know what. I never knew what the K mean. I'm not gonna lie. I just never pay attention to what lights do. After 1 year, the fish food is no good for me. Yeah, I honestly think the same way. I mean, I think I will start replacing probably by November. November when I start getting money in. I think I will. I won't replace all of it, but I'll definitely. Maybe I'll give that food to somebody that needs it, even though it probably isn't the best right now. But I'll probably give it to somebody that needs it. Instead, it's so full. But I'll probably get some Northfin community fish food. It's so much better. Donate to the aquarium store to feed their fish. It's not a bad idea. My store does. My local fisher does feed them. New Life Spectrum, but who knows? We'll see. Is it raining? It will be gone in 2 days. Probably start filling up this tank again. I guess I can show you the other stuff I have in. But then obviously I test my water a couple times a week with the Freshwater Master Kit. I don't think there's anything better out there, so I just bought basically the best. Try to get some tropical foods. What do you mean by that? Because is it my food? Is it my food tropical? I don't know what you mean by that, to be honest. Oh, it's a brand. I have to look at those. I've never heard of them. I don't know. The best food, in my opinion, that I've ever used is Northfin. It's just, I mean, they're a premium fish food, and it can be a little pricey sometimes, but it's not that bad. I mean, Jay Wilson sells it, and he has pretty good prices, so. But when I first started, I was gonna buy Northfin, and then I didn't want to pay like $20 at the time, so I just went to the Petco, and what was it? Petco or my local fish store? I forget where I got it. I just got some New Life Spectrum, which is honestly a really good food too. I mean, it's better than like Tetra or like Omega. But Tropical is better. They have softline foods. I need to look them up because yeah, I might have seen before. I just don't recognize the name. But I need to get some more stability. It's running out. I need to get like a big old 500 milliliter bottle of it because I like to use this stuff, but I've been running out lately, so I've been kind of slowing down on it. I use it every water change. Along with this, I got the biggest bottle they sold. This stuff is so good. You put it after your water change, your water will clear up in hours. But right now, working on a sponsorship with them. That's pretty cool. Hey, I mean, I don't have no sponsorship, so somebody that does, hey, I'm impressed. But what was I gonna show? I need to start pouring this water. But I don't know if you guys heard earlier, but basically on Amazon, the reason obviously it's not cloudy in person, but I'm about to buy Seachem Matrix, and basically one filter is gonna be all biological filtration, so I can really start. I'll never clean that filter. I'll just leave it there. But then the right filter, I'll always have like sponges, Pinky filter, and then my Purigen and stuff like that, and Kimi Pure. But I have two Aquaclear 50s on here, so One will be the biological filtration. It'll just be all biological stuff. I might stick a Chemipure in there too, just because I won't have room. But then this one it'll just be all mechanical and some chemical. But basically that filter will never get touched. It'll just stay there and collect bacteria. That one, that will be the clean filter that I clean all the time. So it helps me with the cleaning, and the Matrix is great. That's why I got it. And then AC50 Powerhouse. Alka Clears are the best. I still have my own Marineland. I was gonna give it away for a giveaway, but nobody wanted it. So I switched the giveaway to a gift card, and still nobody wants to do my giveaway. So I mean, so I just told everybody, I guess we won't do a giveaway then, because nobody wants. Nobody wants to enter. I mean, I don't know why you wouldn't want free money or a filter, but nobody wanted to be in my giveaway, so I just said okay. I mean, it saves me money, but I was offering, you know, free stuff. It was kind of weird that nobody wanted to do the giveaway. There's better media than Matrix. Yeah, right when I bought it, I started looking around, but for a hang on the back filter, I mean, it's fine for now, but I definitely know there's better out there. You should mix, JJ. Mix the biological. Because I already will have mixed, because the BioRinks I already have in both of the ACs, they're already going to get mixed in. Well, not mixed in the same bag, but they will be on top of each other in different bags. The Biomax will be on on the bottom, and then I'll put the Matrix on top. I might put some other stuff too, it just depends how full the filter gets. I don't want it getting clogged easily. Start filling up this tank so I can turn. Here's a tip: Matrix, Fluo beads, rings, and Biomax. Well, I already got 2 of those, so that's we're doing. I've seen Fluo beads. I almost bought some like months ago. I forget why I didn't, but it probably because it's too expensive. Who knows? I always back up on stuff when it's a little, because sometimes Petco they kind of overprice stuff sometimes in my area. Different services for different live bacteria. That is it. Hey, I would tell that to everybody. That's definitely some good advice for everybody that should know, because you know there's so many different bacteria. I mean, they all grow on different stuff. It's why they always say bacteria will grow on anything. It's just some of the aquarium media can grow a little better than, you know, with, I forget what some people use. I've seen people, what are those things called? I was just watching a video on it. I'm dumb. Wait, what? Lava rock. Yeah. I can't find lava rock where I am. I might just get online, but I don't need a lot of it. But yeah, lava rock is very good for. It'll grow bacteria like nothing. But what up, Ciclet Man? I remember this day. Cut Phillip. Yeah, fish chocolate. I would have a Python right now, but none of my sinks have the attachment. They don't have. All my sinks are waterfall sinks, so you can't really attach a Python to any of my sinks. And plus, my bathroom's really close, so I don't really mind it. But I can't do anything about it. If it was for me, I would rip out that sink and put something where I can hook up a Python to, because that'd be the first thing I would buy right now if I had a different sink, because I want a Python. But none of my sinks have attachments for that. It's just a waterfall sink. So where you live? Kansas City, Missouri. I ain't gonna say no address, but I'll say that. Plus, this tank's only 40 gallons, so I mean, doing buckets is not, it's not horrible. You can easily do a 50% water change in 30 minutes. It's not bad. Thanks. Back to the comics. Mr. Casey. I grew up in Manhattan. Are you talking about, oh, Kansas? Yeah, I live in Missouri, though. I'm like about 30 minutes away from Kansas. 20 minutes. But I live in Missouri, though. Do you know where, you know, the Chiefs and Royal stadiums, Kauffman and Arrowhead? I live 5 minutes from those stadiums. I live, like, right by them. So that's where I am located. I'm right by all the stadiums. I'm like, yeah, I've been to Kansas many times though for a lot of stuff. I actually worked at the Kansas Speedway. That's how I got the money to do this rescape, to be honest. I don't know, I might upload this live stream to YouTube. I usually only upload if it's like a good live stream, but this has been pretty good. Very educational. We've been talking about a lot of stuff. Tank's almost filled up. Show you my bait real quick. Why is up here? My bait is just always at the top of the... Hey, watch, you can just get him to follow your finger. He can see me. He just woke up probably, so it's probably like half asleep, to be honest. His stomach's full. I fed him only 2 pellets last night. He must have found some other food to eat off the substrate or something. Every time I come to the tank, the bait is like the first fish to come. I don't know. Say hello. I don't know what you'd call it. Where's my cup? What you guys doing? Stop watching me. Plus, I'm gonna upgrade the heater too. It's just acting weird, and it's sometimes the temperature changes too much where the fish will get sick. So I'm just gonna upgrade it to something really nice. I don't know yet. No, I got some ideas, but you should put your extensions on your AC filters. Well, here's the problem with that. I do have the extensions for both filters. Well, actually, one of them's broken, but first of all, I have a stand, so I don't want sand getting sucked in, so I keep the intakes pretty high up. That's one reason, but the other reason is my fish, if they're lower, even though my fish like to swim at the top, if the intakes are a little bit higher up, they're less tempted to swim by it, because all my fish have been sucked into intakes. Legit, like all of them have. Every fish in here has been sucked up by an intake once. And so I keep them up high, and ever since I've shortened them, they've never touched it. But pre-sponge, I was actually about to order them this 2 weeks ago from Aquarium Co-op, but I was gonna get the tiniest ones because I didn't want it to show. But I'm dumb when it comes to aquariums. I don't like the look of having a big sponge on the end of your intakes. I don't even like anything in my tank in the first place. So having a big sponge, to me, is just weird. But, I mean, I'll do it to keep my fish alive, and I was going to do it. And then it ended up it just ended up costing, like, with shipping, it was like $20, which I didn't mind that, but I don't know. I'm just weird when it comes to stuff like. That's why with all my filters, I like to keep everything perfectly clean. I wipe down the glass every day. Everything just has to be perfect when I'm doing stuff like this. It's just what it is. I mean, but I think I might definitely put a pre-sponge on the left one. I don't know about the right one. Maybe I will. Who knows? I'm just it's whatever though. Yeah, it definitely is beneficial. You know, just that it's just that more filtration mechanically. Buy a background to cover it all. There is a background on it. Do you mean like a you mean 3D bathroom? But I have a background on this. It's black. I mean, this piece of paper right here. You can see it's blue on the back. I can even get back there. On every. Oh yeah, like that's what I assumed you were talking about. Universal rocks. I tried. I actually had a. I had one in my cart one time. I wanted to see how much it would cost. I'm just saying to get a 3D background for this one is $400 from Universal Rocks, and I was not about to pay that. So that's basically your short answer to that. But I definitely want one. It just right now it's a little pricey to do all that, and it don't look bad like that. But yeah, it seems high, but that's what it came to. I was surprised. I was like, isn't that what it costs for a bigger tank? But 40 gallons. I put in my dimensions. I had no add-ons. It's just the background itself. It was like 300. It was basically 400. With shipping, it was like 400. But protect your filter motor and game moisture for live bacteria. That's the thing you must. I mean, really, I didn't. I actually chose like one of the. Obviously, I chose a little bit of the nicer ones that would match the Sirius Stone. I didn't do nothing special. I just added a 3D background. I tried all of them too, and they were all about $300. The cheapest one was $300 for this tank, and the highest one was like 400. So I didn't know what to do. I didn't know how to make it cheaper. It was just to get the 3D background itself. It was 3 to 400. I just didn't know why. But plus, if I had a I don't know how I'd do those intakes though. I mean, you could put them through the background, but that won't always work, especially with it being straight like that. It's not like it's a canister where you have flexible. Well, some of them are flexible. I don't know. But yeah. But yeah, there should be a pre-sponge in all these. It's just like I said, I don't like the look of stuff in my tank like that. I just want the stuff in it to look good, the rocks and plants and fish. I just don't want other stuff to. I wish I wasn't weird like that and didn't want everything so perfect. But it's just like it's like all my aquarium stuff. I never want to buy anything cheap, which just sounds dumb because I just complained about buying a $400 background, but stuff I actually need, I just go like top of the light. I basically just bought the most expensive one at Petco. I mean, the tank that at the time was the most expensive in the store. That Sirius Stone is $250. That the sand is 50, 40, whatever it costs. All the plants, who knows what that costs by now. Both filters are about $100. My power head is 50. You know, I mean, I have so much. If you watch my video, I added up every receipt from this tank ever, and I have about $2,000 in this tank, and that's my own money. So, but hit that like button. I mean, I don't know how much a like button. I don't know how much the like button. What am I trying to say? I forget what I was even trying to say. That's what it'd be in my videos. When I'm in my videos, I sound so dumb sometimes. I just have to go with it. I start saying something and then I forget what I'm even talking about. I think I was about to say, what does a like button do in this live stream? Like, I don't think there's any point liking the stream. It doesn't really do much, but I mean, there's only 2 likes. I don't think that's gonna do much. But tank's almost filled up. I'll turn everything on, but every time I tell people how much I have in this tank and then the escape is just like, it's definitely something not a lot of people do, honestly. I mean, $250 in rocks, I mean, it does sound dumb. I mean, to anybody, it don't matter who you are, I mean, $250 in rocks. I mean, that's 50 pounds of serious stone, so you can do the math on that. But I have so much money in this tank, it's just like, this ain't even the biggest I'm getting. I mean, eventually I'll have something 10 times the size. This is just something I do for fun right now, until I get out of the house and do my own thing. Well, man, live streams really kill your battery. It's on 30%. After I fill up this tank and get everything running again, then we'll end it here. We'll end it when I get done. Looks pretty cool though. Almost done. For doing a live stream, I had everything unplugged, even the heater this whole time, so tank's probably dropped a couple of degrees, which seems fast, but my house is pretty cold, so. This water's like 80 degrees that I'm putting in it, so I should warm it back up. Bubbles. But I don't know what our subs are at. I think we're at like 127 subs. We're getting close to my next goal, which is 150. So, we're getting there. I'll say this in another video, but obviously I made a official date on my videos now. Fridays are my top 5 aquarium things, which is, obviously, if you've been watching, you know what that is. And then now Mondays, I didn't know during my first plant video, my plant video, I didn't know like when I was, because I said I wanted to talk about plants more and talk about each, like a certain plant every week. I didn't know when I was gonna like official like day I was gonna start doing those. So basically Fridays are top five. That's a video. So and then now Mondays are we're gonna talk about a different plant every Monday. So expect 2 videos at least a week. On Wednesdays we might start doing a series. I don't know. But if those are definitely two up, so definitely 2 uploads a week, and then uh, a third one might come. If it is the third one, um, it'll be something random. Almost there. You should center heater for the winter. Wait, what? You should center your heater. You mean like center the tank, or what you mean? Because the only reason I have the heater by the filters, so in the middle, yeah. The only reason I have it by the filters is obviously it's obvious. When it heats up the water, it kind of gets blown around through the tank, so it kind of evenly. Yeah, it's by the intake. It doesn't look like it, but it is. Except it's a bow front tank, so the intake looks like it's far away from the heater. I didn't realize that, so that's probably why you thought. But it's by my heater is by the intake. It's like an inch away from it. It's kind of weird the reflection did that. But it probably would be better to put it back over here though, just so it's by the. But who knows? Okay, you got like a little tiny bit of water to put in this. I think that'll be it. Let's get this out the window. I just had to live. I'm not even this. It's raining outside. Little fancy windows. I don't know why I had to show that. I put mine in the horizon, in the middle, more to the bottom. Yeah, I just like to keep mine. I usually like, obviously I just like everything even, so I just like to put some of my stuff like in a corner or just something. But I just need to upgrade that heater anyways. It's screwing up my tank lately. I don't know if I'm gonna get probably a Pro 200 or a Fluval. I'm probably gonna go with Fluval heaters because everything on this tank is Fluval, so might as well keep it going. You know, Fluval. Not a lot of things that Fluval make are bad. So I mean, Fluval has really good products when it comes to lights and filters. All Fluval, yeah, everything in this tank's all Fluval. The lights, the filters, soon to be the heater. The tank, the only thing that's not Fluval is obviously the decorations of the tank. The tank's Marineland, but Fluval doesn't really sell tanks unless you're getting like a kit. But I guess you don't like dual stick-on sponges. You talking about pre-filters or pre-sponge? What are you talking about? I put this stuff away real quick. You can answer that. Gotta always wipe off the water. You don't want water rotting your stands out. Get back to you. Air-driven sponge filter that stick on the glass. Oh yeah, I know. Oh, I know what you're talking about. I mean, I already got two Alcaclear 50s on here. I mean, I don't know how much more filtration you could possibly need. I mean, I would, if it was me, I'd put another AC on here, but I mean, having two AC 50s on here. But I see what you're saying. I mean, I've seen what you're talking about. I just don't, for this tank, I don't know. I don't really see much, but it'd definitely cool. Maybe that, like, a power goes out. Well, yeah, but then isn't the air pump plugged in, though? Oh, yeah, I bet, that's what I was thinking, battery. I saw those at Petco. I need to get a really good one of those, because the power goes out a lot here. I need to get those. I just never think to get them. I just never want to spend the money on them, but I need to. But actually, now that I think about it, I think I might get one of those sponge. Now I'm thinking about it. It wouldn't be a bad idea, especially. I mean, it's not gonna be on this tank all the time, but even if I just want it in here when the power's not out, I can just hook it up to the side, and then, well, like you said, if the power goes out, that'd be a great way to filtration and aeration, oxygen for the fish. Ain't a bad idea. Yeah, a lot of this stuff everything everybody's been saying in this chat has been beneficial. It'll benefit me, just like a pre-sponge. I'm not gonna lie, I probably will never put a pre-sponge on these filters. It's just, I just don't like it. I've had them before, I just don't like sponges on the end of my... I know exactly what they do. I know they're probably the best thing you can do, but unless I have some plant, like when I get my next tank that's gonna go right here, the Flex, I probably will have, well, okay, I'm retarded because that thing don't have, that don't have a, the Flex don't have a, intake. If you'll save you back. Yeah, all you guys are right. It's just, if there's one thing I just won't do, is that. But it's just for this tank, I kind of like to be all open with plants like this. It's just, unless the plants, this tank is 2 feet tall, so, but if it was lower and the plants grew by the intakes, then I would definitely do it. But I just don't like wide open sponges, just for everybody to see. If it was covered up, it'd be a different thing. I guess I'll plug everything back in. Actually, there's so many. Oh, look at this. This looks like a mess, but it's really not. But it's just a bunch of extension cords. That's all it is. It's not really a mess. But what'd you say? Hold up. Actually, get back up. Look retarded. Like you said, those filters aren't cheap. 50 bucks a piece. Yeah, tax they're actually a little more, because my area tax is a little high. They're about 50. They're about $52, $53 a piece. I definitely have a lot of money in filtration. Definitely $100, and then tons of money in what I have in the filters. 3 things that can be pure, a whole thing of Purigen, pinky filter, biological stuff. It definitely adds up fast. This dumb thing in here. I'm gonna turn on everything. My heater, come on. Okay. See, my air pump. I mean, not my air pump. My wave maker. It always acts weird. See, I plug it in, it's not even working right now. It's getting old. I have to fix it. There it goes. You kind of have to move it around. It's kind of weird. I've replaced the impeller and everything. It's not the best wave maker in the first place. So shoot, move it around the room. I really don't need a wave maker, but I just like a lot of surface agitation. So that's why. I might eventually point the nozzle down so it hits the rocks. It pulls up all the debris instead. It's probably a better idea. But okay. Play with it. Yep. Okay, let's get my light back where it should be. Made a video on this light. It's gotten pretty good views. I think like 300 views right now, maybe 400. I forget. Everybody that puts a video on this light is like 5 minutes long. Mine's 17 minutes long. I think that's why a lot of people subscribe to me. I talk about like a certain product for so long. Like all my product reviews are like 20 minutes long. I think everybody likes when I talk about and actually use a product a long time in a video. So all the filters turn on. Let's turn up the flow. See, it's already getting clogged just because there's so much media in there. This right filter I have to kind of turn down a little bit. See, this filter, the new one doesn't do it. This one does. See how it makes these like it's almost like a, it's just bubbles, and then they get all attached to something on the surface. People said it's protein buildup, and then some people say it's just your beta making it's bubble nest, but it's coming from the filter, so I don't know what the freak it is. Yes, I just put some filter floss in this filter for the first time, so we should really. So we got some really good filtration going on now. We need to clean all these hoods off. Filters look new. I actually, hold on, is that really a fish topic? I want you to guess how old these filters are. And I would like to see you guess. I want to play a game. See if you can guess this right. Sponge looks new. Oh no, that's filter floss. The filter floss is new. That's just I replace the filter floss every week. Do you mean 10 months? Filters 10 plus. I'm assuming that's what you mean. If you mean 10 months, you're about on the money. The oldest one, the right one, is 10 years old. I haven't even had this tank for 10 years. This tank's been up for 2 years. But there's the right one is the the right one is here, I'll show you. This one is a year and a half old. Yeah, I'd be surprised it's perfectly clean. And this one's a year old. I keep my filters so clean. Like the outside of them, I clean off the outside of the filters so much. Like I said, I just like everything perfect. Like if you look at my lids, I'm okay. I'm wiping them off now because they have water dry, but my lids are still like looking brand new. Oh, once I wipe off the lids, it's just surprising like how clean everything I've kept. I mean, you put all this money into your stuff. I just like to think that some people want to keep it nice. I just like to keep this stuff nice because I paid for it. I'm gonna keep it nice. It's just like my light and stuff. I clean off my light all the time. Because water will get, dried up on the lights and then it'll make it look all weird. And see, look at the lid now. Through the light. Oh my. You see that? Somebody take a screenshot of that. It looks like you can see right through the outside. That's kind of. That is a clear lid. It's kind of cool. It's like you just put my camera right to it. Look, looks no different. It's so clean. I can put my camera right up against the plastic. But this one definitely works better than that one, though. I'm assuming, but this one just kind of acts weird sometimes. But with the Wave Maker, I get pretty good agitate. Well, it's kind of cloudy from the water change now, but this thing even still on? Oh, it's pointed up. That's why. Now we got movement in the water. That nozzle is pointing down. Should we put? Yeah, why not? We'll put some. I always do it. Put you back in my little slot. This guy just put some. This stomach. It's gonna get really cloudy now, but it helps clean the tank up after a water change. Well, that's what I use it for, but you see like a white cloud. It cleans up basically all the particles that have been floating around, and it puts it through the filter, and the filter floss will pick it up. It cleans your tank up very fast. I love this stuff. I use Echem Clarity too, but it just doesn't work as well. Well, it works good, it just takes longer. This stuff, it works perfectly fine and clears up your tank in hours. I like it. So I have these, I forgot, I'm brain dead. You just put them in. Ta-da. But I don't know why I had to show that. Yeah, the tank looks a little cloudy now and from that stuff, but it'll clear up in a couple hours and it'll look pretty good. But probably end it here in a second. If there's more people in this stream, we'd probably talk a little more, but you need to keep them clean. That's how you know. Yep. I definitely clean this. I definitely keep them clean. Close-ups of what? What you want a close-up for? I mean, not for. What do you want a close-up of? That sounded kind of mean. You're the only one in here, so if you want to see something, go right ahead. Oh, the tank. I mean, if you want to see something different, just tell me. But you got my. These are new. These are S-Repins. They've already grown. This one looked like that one. Now it's already looking like that. But this one, you can see the roots are popping out of the ground. They're not supposed to be buried, but I like to bury my plants even if they're not supposed to. I couldn't find somewhere to stick them in the rock, so I just let it be then. I got that one. And that fern, Java fern. And both of these are Nubis. And I got another S-Repins right there. But these rock structures are, like this one right here weighs about 20 pounds. That one's about 10 pounds. Rocks weigh pretty heavy. And you got this, I just have it pointing straight up. And I got the filter. I need to get a new one because it's kind of, I got my Mac It's really tiny for this tank. I mean, if you step back. But I actually thought plants were ugly. Like, very ugly. I didn't like plants at all. I don't like it being a jungle. Like this, I like the look of this. Small. I want them to stay this small, but also they're not. The only thing I want to get big is this carpet. I wanted to carpet this front. But everything else, I just want it to stay the size, even though it's going to get bigger, but I like how it is right now. I don't like it all jungly. But I do like how it looks right now. But you got heater. And this lights. But it'd be nice with some corkscrew. What do you mean? It'd be nice with some corkscrew out in the back. Oh. They're talking about something else. I'm like, yeah, there's a lot of stuff I could probably get, but where's the remote actually? Try to say. It's, yeah, that's what I was thinking. I was like, is that a plant or is that a part? Like, I didn't know what you're. I thought you were actually talking. I didn't know what you're talking about for a second. I usually keep, before I had plants, I kept it on this setting, which is a little darker. But then also you could change it to like moon. Then you got thunder, which I only use it when people want to see it. I show them, but I never use it when the fish are. I'm afraid it's gotta do something to the fish. Yeah, once the tank needs, it's all cloudy right now, it needs to clear up, but this tank looks good when it's all cleared up. Yeah, the Flex came with it. Well, the Flex, it doesn't have as much features though. Like this one, it has way more of the buttons. But yeah, it's essentially the same. Oh, let's see the red mode. I was about to turn the light on. I got you. All white. And then we turn up all the red. And then we turn down all the white. Oh yeah. Is that enough red for you? That's an evil looking tank. It looks way brighter in the camera, but it looks pretty cool. And then you can do, I guess you'd have to turn out the white. And turn down the red. And then turn down the, oh, there we go. Now we got green. It's kind of weird. It's kind of hard to change colors. On the Flex, you actually have like buttons. You have to actually like lower. You have to basically, on this one, you have to actually mix the colors together. Like if you want green, you have to mix. You have to mix these two colors. You have to actually mix colors just to get the colors you want. But I think, what is this? Hold on. Let me turn on the green. That's orange. It looks red on camera. It looks red, but it's orange. This should be yellow. Well, it should be. Who knows what it... Oh, no, yellow is turquoise. It's so weird. It's like, yellow is turquoise. I don't know. It's like, green and blue. It's kind of weird. Then you got purple. If you keep it on, like, at night, the purple... I actually, like, kind of have the purple at night, because the neons actually become super blue. Kind of cool. If you want to take a good picture of the neons, it'd be with the purple light on them. They really glow up with the purple light. But the sunsets, they're kind of... You can't really see them unless you're in person. But it basically, like this one, the cloud will slowly cover the tank. It just slowly gets darker and darker. But this is like the most... See, I don't like that lightning mode. It's just I like this one. But before we give the fish a heart attack, that's basically all the features. Well, there's more, but the ones that you can really see on camera, that's about it. But is there anything else you want to see before we end it? No, just hanging out. Yeah, basically same. That's why I started this live stream. Have somebody to talk to. But once I get the CK matrix and I get all the biological really cycling again, this tank will always be clear all the time. It just here and there just gets that white cloudiness because I always clean the filters a little too much. Thought I would come by and say hello. Well, you've been here for a long time, so definitely came to pay your visit. I think you're the longest person to ever be in my stream. Dion, I'm excited when Dion gets in the stream, but then he leaves 5 minutes later. Or 2 minutes later. I always like talking to him. But, you know, I don't worry too much though. Yeah, that's what I do. It's just I just keep doing my thing and people subscribe. You know, and I've had this channel for 2 years, but I've started uploading. I've been uploading for constant for a year now. You know, over 100 followers. I mean, especially how I started out with a 10 gallons cichlid tank. I mean, that was 2 years ago, but still, I mean, the way I started out, and then, you know, I basically just now starting to get, you know, I'm constantly getting subscribers every day now. Every day I at least gain a couple subscribers. So, you know, we're eventually gonna get there. Hey, I want to reach my goal by the time I'm out of school. I want to have 1,000 subscribers. But which shouldn't be a problem. That's 2 years from now. So, you know, but what do you say? He said, go check out my vids. Yeah, I watch your vids constantly. I haven't went back and watched your. I haven't went back and watched like your old videos, but I'll definitely check them out after this. Almost at 400. Yeah, see, we're both small, but we're all, you know, the fish community is slowly growing. You know, we'll eventually. I mean, you know, like Joey. I mean, he was just talking about swimming in his tank for 500K, and that wasn't that long ago, because he thought it'd be a long time before he would hit it, and his videos went trending, and now he's like probably months away from 500. So, the fish community, and a lot of people are starting to follow along. They're liking it. You know, eventually, if the fish, everybody will blow up. All of us will. Joey's been doing this for 10 years, I thought. Yeah, he has. But the thing is, the first 2 years of his channel, and I was subscribed back then. I was one of the first subscribers of his channel. Well, not legit, but he said for his first 2 years on YouTube, he only had 20 subscribers. So for me to have like 120 in my first 2 years, hey, I'm happy. Because he only had 20 in 2 years. And I was one of those 20. I was that one person that just watched his channel. I subscribed to the most randomest channels. And who knew that? I would have never thought that that dude would have have 500,000 subscribers now. I mean, I was 10 years old. I was watching his channel. I didn't have a fish tank. I just watched him. I'm happy to see that everyone is connecting. Yeah, it's just Everybody's happy. But it's just kind of weird how I subscribe to like the smallest channels. Like, there's just one channel I subbed to that had 100 subs, kind of like my channel. I subscribed, and now these days they have 6.5 million, and that's just crazy to me. Like I mean, I was that one person that subscribed to that random channel, and then now they're one of the most popular YouTubers. But it's cool to watch people grow like that. I always tell people. That's sad. But I always tell people to I always make jokes like, hey, if I subscribe to you, you'll eventually have 1 million subscribers, because every channel I've ever subbed to has gotten 1 million subscribers. It's kind of weird like that. Like, even no matter how small you are, all those channels I've ever subscribed to have like always hit 1 million for some reason. I'm like the good luck charm. It's always weird how it worked out like that, but like I always say, keep humble and you're always one click away from fame. I mean, that it's true for every channel. I mean, some channels go from, I mean, some people upload for years upon years, and then just that one video will make you famous. It takes one click. That's all it is. Like this one girl at school, she's like, she does kind of like she's a state grade I am. She does like kind of this makeup channel, and she's just like me. She had like 50 subs. One video she made got her to 25,000 subscribers out of nowhere. Just one day, one video she has like one video, and it got like 500,000 views, and now she has like 25,000 subscribers. Just one click. That's all it took for her to. I mean, she's not like famous, but like, I mean, that's way more than we have all to combined. You know, that one video will come for all of us. But well, yeah, I'm gonna plug in my phone. It's like 5%. So, you know, if I'm sure you guys are subscribed, but you know, I'm subscribed to all of you guys, so that I'll definitely do another live stream, maybe sometime this week. But yeah, that's probably where we're gonna end it now, so we're not here all day. I would love to keep talking, but YouTube drains your battery. So this will be uploaded to YouTube, so you guys might watch out for that. So I guess for YouTube, go make sure you guys subscribe to Fish Tropic and Dank Tanks. I'll put you guys can comment on the bottom of this video if you guys see it, and I'll pin your guys' comment. Well, I'll pin one of your guys' comments, but make sure you guys subscribe to them if you see this video. This stream will be uploaded to YouTube, so I guess like, comment, subscribe, and peace.